Damn, man. Again, I appreciate you showing up last minute.
Yeah, yeah.
I really appreciate it. So, this is my podcast, Stocks On or Off. Um, Basically, the name comes from a question that I had, and it was like, would you rather have sex with your socks on or off? Right. I mean, that's always a good icebreaker. Um, but I was like, man, with
That's a
that
pretty good
question,
question.
I appreciate it. And I was like, man, with that question, I feel like I can, get people comfortable because like that's really an odd question to ask somebody.
Yeah.
But I feel like once they get comfortable and the ice is broken, then shit, you can talk about whatever you want. But that's a little gist of me and my podcast. With you, shit, we just met. I
Yeah.
would like to get to know you.
Absolutely.
You're a rapper,
Yeah.
correct? So if you just want to explain to the people who you are, what you do.
I'm Celtixx. I go by the Immortal Prodigy. I've been rapping for like 9 or 10 years,
Okay.
and like taking it seriously though. I've been doing it 10 years, taking it seriously, actually performing, distributing, publishing all that good stuff. And just in that last 2 years, I've been published on over 800 plus major media news
Shit.
outlets.
I saw you did. You posted something. It was like Sony
hmm
sponsored it or something.
Me and my business partner Spades, the Metal Trap God, we released a song called "Stay Moving," and it got distributed by Sony Music Entertainment through the Orchard side.
Well, that's crazy.
So
So
like they take care of a little bit of marketing off of that stuff too. And yeah, I'm verified on both social medias, Facebook and Instagram.
that's dope as shit.
I've accumulated 1.6 million streams just on Spotify alone in the last 2 years. Um, Stay Moving on YouTube right now is at 53,000.
Shit.
My highest song right now, man, I'd say it's Beast Mode. That's sitting at 710,000.
Damn.
Chop Shot featuring Chris Calico sitting at 513, and then we got another one, me and Spades with Chris Calico called Caught Up in the Moment, and that's sitting at like 53.
That's beautiful. So you said you were in it for 10 years, but these
Mm-hmm.
last 2 years, you said, is when it
Taking it
started to
seriously,
take
yeah.
off. If okay,
I never recorded a track, never wrote nothing, never mixed, never mastered until 2 years ago.
that's
Just
crazy.
freestyled with some friends.
So, two-part question: how did you stay dedicated in that span of 8 years where nothing was really popping for you? You were getting better. You were doing this, doing that,
Well, the
but
span of 8 years, it was like the starting of the rap career. Like when I first started rapping, it was more like I'm 13, 14 years old, sneaking out of the house, going out to parties and stuff like that. Just
right.
happened to see a group of dudes rapping free. I'm like, man, that shit's pretty fucking cool. So I figured I'd give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, for the first 8 years, it was more, it was just more, going to parties, just rapping in front of friends. It really wasn't even no performances, nothing was distributed, no songs put out. It was just for fun. And then, I had kids and stuff like that. Went down a pretty rough path that I can say, and I decided, I guess, to go out to a show one day. One of my dudes was performing, Dylan Howe and Ray Burns. They're a group. They're pretty solid, and they were performing. So I went out there, I checked them out, and I seen them performing, turning it up, bro. They knocking picture frames off the wall. They're turning it up so hard. And I'm like, that's kind of when I decided right there. I'm like, man, I'm gonna give this shit a shot. Like, I've
Right.
never written a song. It was all strictly freestyle. Throw on beats, start rapping. So I've never written a song. So I went home, just started kind of writing beats. Everything was trash at first, guaranteed. It did not sound good. And I just kind of went from there. I'm not going to lie. I've dropped a couple tracks where I kind of go back now and I'm like, man, I should have never released that. That
Right.
shit don't sound good at all. But it's been, I mean, it's even hard to stay dedicated now. Like, because there'd be a lot of hate out here. There'd be a lot of people talking. A lot of people, the moment you start coming up and you start making any kind of movements, there's always going to be that group to where they're gonna do everything they can to
It's
run your
like
name through
crab
the
in a
mud.
bucket
I
effect,
swear to God,
and
bro.
which is crazy, man. Because like when you look at all the rappers who make it,
hmm
majority of them die in their home city
Yeah,
or their home state,
I would see
which
that.
is
Yeah.
crazy to me. But then I mean, I know a couple people who are, I mean, okay, I don't know them personally, but I know of them. I grew up with. Have you heard of Phil Sosa?
Yeah.
Phil Sosa.
I've already felt so.
So I grew up on the west side where he grew up, and just seeing the love that he got or he gets, I couldn't imagine somebody being that jealous of him. But it's like that's rare.
Bro,
Seeing
I didn't even
somebody,
think that people that jealous of me. I'm like, what are y'all jealous of? I
right?
just, I just be working. I just be working my ass off.
Which
That's
is
it.
yeah, and that's the crazy part. Like it's so rare seeing somebody come up
hmm
that it I feel like it's like a personal thing, like jealousy.
I feel
In a
like the
sense.
only person that, I mean, like it's been proven time and time again, the only person that's really ever came up and actually has taken music to a whole nother level, which is Gang Tai June. Like, and he's the only and first artist to be signed out of Tulsa, Oklahoma on
Well,
Atlantic Records.
that's my like number one goal is to interview him. It goes Phil and then him because he had a song with
I'm on
Kevin.
my way, man.
He,
I will be the second. I promise you that.
hey,
I'm saying it now.
I, and
Just
I,
let it be known. I said that on this podcast. So when y'all see me get signed, just know I said it right here. I didn't go without saying it.
right, facts. No, man, I appreciate it, and that's why I jumped at this opportunity because I don't have money to pay y'all. So when y'all get,
It's not really even about the money for me. Like I grew up, doing a lot of messed up shit, and always kind of like I guess you can say the black sheep of the family.
right,
Like I always really felt like the black sheep, so I always felt like I was messing up stuff like that. So messing up was like in my head was like a normal thing for me. So I'm like, I mean, it's it kind of it's right here.
no, I feel you. I feel like rap is like a perfect outlet
Yeah.
for the black sheep or for the rebellion,
For real.
just because that's what rap. I mean, now that's what rap is. It's but what you talking about, I'm gonna talk about it. A dead homie, I'm gonna do like rowdy shit, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's why a lot of kids that grow up in these communities gravitate towards that because I'm like, or they're like, shit, like that's me every day. I know somebody who sells drugs, or I do this or do that. So let me try to be a rapper. Let me try to do this.
See, that's the cool thing about it too, because you can not be that person that maybe did it, but you were around it, or you were a part of a family that did it, and you've seen a lot of messed up stuff. You don't necessarily have to do anything to do it. I mean,
Right.
granted, I've done a lot of it, so I mean, I came from a rough thing, man. I mean, it'd be hard out here, bro. Like these people out here, there's some that love you. There's some that support you all the way down to the fullest. I got a couple I can name. Of course, my business partner, Spades,
Right.
Queen Ace, Bo Swift, Eheim, people like that. And but there also be them people out here, like you get high streams, somebody out there is gonna say you faked it.
Right.
Somebody out there is gonna say it's bots. Somebody's gonna say you did this. No matter how much you can prove it, it don't matter. You can have any verification in the world. There's always gonna be somebody out here trying to run the name.
And see what's crazy? It's like, oh shit, it just left me. But like you were saying, it's bought. It's like, it's not necessary. Like I don't feel it's necessary to buy streams or buy
No,
followers.
what's the
because
point in
it's-
that?
Right.
Ad market that stuff. Actually target audiences. Like I've had like recent beef recently. Like I probably shouldn't even bring this up. I kind of dropped it. It really ain't even that bad. Like, but we dropped it already. But there was this beef that I just got recently out of before the Skits Craven show, and it was with a Tulsa local artist. And I mean, I guess I run fake bots. I guess I do all that. And I mean, they were looking for a reply, reply, and it started getting to the point to where it started going way beyond music.
Yeah.
Like saying some shit that's fucked up. Like you could probably saying some shit about me, where I could probably walk in the store one day and probably get shot over the shit they were saying, just because you're making that accusation.
Right.
Like it went beyond music. So I mean, I dropped the diss track, but I was quiet the whole time. I tried to be quiet. Like I don't interact with drama, and I damn sure don't interact with stupidity.
Right.
Like I'll sit there posting proof. It's still fake. Like, and I stopped. Like it was, I have no point to. And the reason I dropped it, because how's that benefiting me at all? How's that going to benefit my music career? Because no matter how many streams I get on that song, the only person it makes relevant is you.
Right.
It don't benefit me at all. I'm taking time away from stuff that can make me money to deal with this beef.
And see what's crazy is like the 10 years it took you to get to this point,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna allow somebody 5 minutes to take
5 minutes.
everything you grind.
Bro, he almost
for.
did, bro. Like,
that's-
hey,
and
I ain't
that's-
gonna lie. The guy, who's, who you are. Yeah, bro, you almost had me. You almost, not quite, but almost, because I almost hung up the towel. I ain't gonna lie,
Man.
just to get away from it, because it was so dumb.
Right.
Like it was over nothing. Like I don't mess with nobody. I don't associate with people I don't associate with. If you don't support me, I don't support you. I show support for support
Yeah.
all
See,
day.
at this point in my life, you saw my son. I don't have time to argue with another
Exactly.
grown man. Like he and this is my only priority.
Mm-hmm.
And at that, like I said, at this point, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you, and at the end of the argument, you're still believing the same shit you're believing,
Exactly.
and I believe this. Like it's
And you're not putting no dollar in my pocket to help feed my family.
man,
I'm wasting my
ridiculous.
time.
Right? Like all this time, he could have been working on his raps. You could have been working on your raps, but you gonna sit here and tell me I fake views?
Like,
I
I'm
fake
not gonna
this?
even lie, bro. Like, that dude's diss track that he wrote, it wasn't good. I'm not gonna say it was good because it wasn't, but it could have been good. You know what I mean? Like, the way it was written, is written pretty nicely with the bar lay down and stuff like that. But it's like you tried to overdo it. You tried to do too much, and then you're taking all this time making these little memes, making these little posts. Like, you could have took all that time on your music and made that diss track a little bit better. You know what I mean? You could have made anything or any project a little bit better rather than spending all that time just trying to diss somebody.
Right. Well, shit. J. Cole said it. Some niggas make millions, other niggas make memes.
I swear to God.
And you see where you're at, and you see where he's at. Like it's evident to what he said. You know what J. Cole said, and you're like living proof of that.
And I try to be humble too. Like, I try to be the most humble one out here.
But see, sometimes you got.
You gotta be ruthless. You gotta be ruthless back
I
there.
posted this on Facebook. I was like, man, sometimes you gotta let go and let God. Other times you gotta pull them by the collar and punch them in their face.
God, you just gotta snatch them up.
Right, there's sometimes it's necessary to show them who you are.
And pray for forgiveness later.
Right.
I swear.
Because I mean,
because some people need it, man. There's no stopping certain people.
and some people are cancer.
But I'm like, I'll go to jail, bro. Like, I'll catch a charge.
I feel you, and nobody wants that. Let's just throw that out.
Then there I am, no music career.
Publicly, nobody wants that.
Yeah, I swear to God. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, if I didn't have this music career and something, that's actually getting me somewhere,
Right.
and nothing else to lose, believe me, I'd have done pulled up and we would have had a problem.
and that's what is pretty sad about the people who grew up like we did. Like, this is all they got.
Yeah,
you feel me?
This is it.
And
I put my life into this.
And sometimes for other people, beef is all that they will get out of something. Like, I feel like it's a stripe where a big ups. Oh, I went to jail for punching so and so in the face, like a rapper in the face type shit.
It's crazy too. You realize how many people be watching that too.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of people that be seeing
like,
it.
Agreeing with the.
I seen 50, 60 people in this dude's comments agreeing with this. People I don't even know nor even know me. Like, how can you agree to somebody when you don't even know me?
Like, shit, I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day, 6ix9ine got into a fight at the airport with these two black dudes.
Fucking 6ix9ine.
And then a couple weeks later, those black guys was on the interview, like getting hella views. I'm like, yo, it was just random people 2 days ago.
You want to know a very quick side fact?
What's up?
To anybody who wants to know who really does bots, 6ix9ine really runs bots. He's even said it in multiple interviews. Like, so let's make this clear. Even if I was to run bots,
Right.
6ix9ine got famous running bots.
And see,
Tricking the algorithm, running bots.
Strategically, though. Sometimes it's not how you get there. It's just you getting there.
If you mix
Well,
half and
I
half
wouldn't say
with
snitching.
bots and no bots, you trick that algorithm regardless of, like, 6ix9ine did it running strict bots straight from Russia. Russian bots, Russian plays. You want to know how? He had the image to where it was stupidity.
Right.
Like, he made himself, like, that's what got him viral. He ran bots. It looked intriguing to the outside. They see these many streams, so they're going to check out this retard with the purple hair.
Well, see, what's crazy, it's like, I feel like it has to do with, like you said, stupidity, but like ethnicity. If a black guy did the same thing, it would be like, oh shit, that's just normal. But since he was Mexican, saying nigga around a whole bunch of black dudes claiming blood, even if it was a white guy,
And then snitched on every single body.
Exactly.
And still came out on an ankle bracelet and hit #1. How the hell you think he did that? Bots.
That and the rich kids who don't know that life. Who
Yeah.
thinks that's cool. Like there's these
Frat boys.
these little like white kid had to be in middle school, and they made a YouTube video back when King Von passed away. And they were like, is it wrong that Lil Durk hasn't slid for King Von? And they were white middle schoolers. I'm like...
There's multiple videos of Lil Durk going off on multiple fans at shows.
Exactly.
Because they were disrespecting King Von. So, respectfully, whoever says Lil Durk ain't sliding for King Von, I've seen multiple videos of that dude sliding for King Von all day.
Which is crazy. And it's a sad situation because like nobody wants to have retaliation.
King Von was a killer, too. That's crazy. That dude was a shooter.
And what's crazy is like you lose your life to.
Hmm.
Oh, it's so frustrating, and that's why I hope once we both make it, you feel me? Like I'll have that type of control to not throw my life away for a beef.
Yeah, no,
Like
never in my life.
the amount of influence and the amount of legacy he could have left behind could have been tremendous. Like he was, in my opinion, surpassing Lil Durk.
Yeah.
And
Oh
now,
yeah.
and now we'll never. It's always a what if now, and that's
That's
crazy
yeah.
to
That's
me.
the biggest cliffhanger for real. Like now that you say that,
Right,
because that dude was coming up pretty hot, right on Dirk's ass, dude. And
man.
now it's all just a what
But
if.
see then that sparks conspiracy though.
Well, what's crazy is too, it's really not even. I wouldn't even say it's current beef. I mean, look at Mo3. Mo3 people like them motherfuckers were hating on him for God knows how long. He come back to his city one time to happen to be driving down the road, boom, get shot at
And it was on a
from
highway.
somebody he known years ago when he was in the streets.
What did Tupac say? I always got to worry about a person way back that I
Mm-hmm.
roughed up or something like that.
Yup, that's facts.
And that's like people really hold on. They'll take what you take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take your life for you
Quick
slip and
for nothing. Like
crazy.
because they're mad because they're still in the street, and a lot of it's because including when you hit that side of the era too. I mean, you got to think a lot of these motherfuckers were in the streets when they all knew each other. They all started in the
Right.
streets. That's how they met each other. Then here comes one of them getting big, Mo3, boom, get big, signed, making all of this money while these people are still in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
He just like in a street mindset. Think of it this way: we were all in the streets together. There's probably no telling what they probably could have told each other. Hey, I got you. You know, one of us take off, we all
Right.
take off. Boom, he takes off, then take him with him. It could be anything.
But see, sometimes you gotta understand because like labels are like, we that's a high risk. You
Yeah.
end up doing something, we're gonna be. You can't go there. You can probably go there once a month or once a year type shit.
Yeah, bro.
And like it's crazy on both sides. So
Like I have to stay around away from certain parts around here. Like
Right.
it's because it brings back a lot of bad memories. It makes me want to do a lot of bad things. So I mean, it's still everything's still a work in progress. But I'm telling, one thing I've learned probably in the last 2 years for sure is that one, there are a lot of snakes in the grass. Two, you can get through anything you put your mind to.
right.
Like manifestation is key. If you can manifest it and you honestly truly believe it 110% that it will happen,
Mm-hmm.
not what if, oh I don't know how, it will happen no matter fucking what, it will happen, believe me.
Yeah, and I said on this podcast, it's on my New Year's podcast back in actually last year in December, and I was like, people always want to say manifestation, which is great,
Hmm.
but manifestation without works is just an idea. You feel me? So I love that you said that.
Whatever you manifest, you have to have a game plan behind it.
Right.
Have a game plan to where you know it's going to work out how you want it to, and work on it and believe 110%. Anything could happen. There could be something that fucks up, kind of sets you behind. It doesn't matter what it is. If you manifest as you're still constantly working on it, it's like miracles will just pop up out of
Right.
nowhere. I've had stuff to where I've needed to come up, with some money to get certain shows booked. Like I had Skits Craven,
Mm-hmm.
650. I still owed that dude.
Man.
Last minute, day before the show, I needed $320 left. Boom, racked it up. Day before the show, out of nowhere, boom, off a sponsor that seen the message, and I sent the sponsor a message 3 weeks prior to that, and they seen the message. I never heard nothing from them.
It was
Day before the show, I got it.
no, and I agree. I agree with you 100%. Like, I went to culinary school, graduated from there. Didn't want to cook no more.
Oh, you cook?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do a little something, something. But
You
yeah,
definitely like some food.
hell yeah. Like, shit, any event, let me know.
I'm gonna use him as a caterer. I swear to God.
But yeah, man. So went to culinary school, and then I was like, man, I don't really fuck with cooking no more. And then unemployed for a year, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something with my life.
I went homeless and unemployed for a year and a half.
Had my son. She would, we're not together no more, but his mom still lives with me. But she was working while she was pregnant. She was working that whole year, and I was like, what am I gonna do with myself? I was gaining weight.
And it makes you feel bad too.
Exactly.
Like I definitely know how that
Like
is.
she was pregnant, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Going
I
to
see.
work. Like,
Yeah, I know how that is.
Like regardless of what me and her have been through, I'm taking care of her.
Sort of God.
Because the way she took care of me.
And that also depends on how you're raised too. Like if you're raised to be that way, that's just naturally how you are. You like it, and if you can't do nothing about it, because believe it or not, guys, people say, "Well, go find a job. Go find a job." There's times, throughout the years to where there really ain't shit.
Nothing.
There's nothing. You could call them. They'll tell you how. They'll call you back, and you'll never hear. You constantly keep calling them, and you're not getting nothing. Like believe me, that kind of shit happens. Like, and I hear a lot of people go get a job. It's not that hard. Go get a job. It's not that hard. Believe it or not, if there's times like it's hard as fuck.
And you gotta understand, most of the people who are telling you that have family ties or connections,
Or has been there for God knows how long to where
Exactly.
they ain't gonna lose their position and make a lot of money doing it.
Exactly, and that's the thing. It's like there's this rapper who was like, these people don't see we're doing wrong for the right reason.
Yeah.
Like we're selling drugs because nigga we're hungry. You feel me? We're selling drugs because there's no grocery store out here that we go work at.
Including when you're homeless and stuff, you ain't got no house, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no clothes, you ain't got nothing. Believe me,
Right.
you're gonna do what you gotta do to make some money.
Like over there by do you know where Tasty Freeze is at, North Tulsa?
Yeah.
There's not even a grocery store
No,
anywhere
there ain't
close to that.
Yeah, no, I don't think there.
You feel
Nope.
There's what, 2 convenience stores and then
Yeah, they might have maybe a hot box.
Right.
Like, that's about it.
Like and that's the thing, and it's like when we get these people such as yourself that find an outlet with rapping and then you tell your story, people's like, oh, he came from the bottom. That's just one of thousands of stories.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like
I'll let my anger out on that. Like I'm just gonna go off. I'm just gonna go crazy on it.
Right.
Because I can't.
And that's why I want to use this as like a therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the boys and the girls who don't got that, you just see the cycle continue.
And this generation, bro, it's like every generation is just getting more worse. I think more dumb and more worse.
More gunplay as well.
Yeah, just
Like,
nobody can't fight no more. I don't understand. Like,
That's
why
why-
can't nobody? Like when I was growing up, fam, at 16 years old, we could, if we had a problem, we can meet up after school. We can go find an outlet. We can go wherever to where there's gonna be nobody around. Bring your friends, whatever the fuck. But where it's not gonna be noticeable, we'll box it the fuck out. And when it's all said and done, we'll shake hands, walk the fuck away. What happened to that?
So I grew up on the west side. So for the people who know me, I went to Clinton, and then there was Webster High School.
I know what Webster's that.
Almost every day there was a fight at Reed Park, like 2 minutes down the street. I've never heard somebody getting shot until I got older.
Oh, people had hands back then. It's like
Exactly.
people are scared to fight. You're scared to get hit.
I knew this girl named
Pain's only
Robin.
temporary.
This girl named Robin, she used to beat bitches up.
Man, I haven't seen a cat fight in God knows how long, bro.
She used to beat bitches up, and it was terrifying.
Bro, I really want to see 2 females fight.
Man.
I've been wanting to see it for a minute.
And tank tops too, so it has to be like the heat. 'Cause I don't want to see no.
He said,
bitch-
put them in a pool. Forget it.
I don't want to see
Stop
no
boxing.
females fighting in Uggs. That's not.
Yo, where's Castro when we need him? I bet you Castro could set up some shit like that.
I'm pretty sure.
Bro, a little pool party. Just put some boxing gloves on them and have them go at it.
I'm gonna talk to him.
Bro, I swear Castro,
Bro,
come on,
look it
fam.
up. This man, he just
Give me a battle, too, while you're at it. Shit, I
I'll
need a
definitely
battle.
Definitely pull up to that one.
I'm hyped for a battle. I got some heat, bro. I will body any rapper you got. Yes, I just said that, and I probably shouldn't have, but I'm down for it. If that gets me a battle, believe me, I'll body every single one of y'all.
Hey, that's terrifying. I just interviewed.
I'm looking to get a battle today. I swear to God.
Me and Castro just interviewed Headache. I don't know if you met him, but he was a battle rapper.
I've heard of it.
And yeah, man, like
I've watched some of his videos.
I listened to his last battle, and I was like, these guys got talent.
I know.
Because I'm more of a.
I probably shouldn't have said that. I probably fucked up saying that. But hey, if it gets me a battle, fuck it. I guess I'm getting body, but believe me, you're gonna know I was there because I got some heat. I got some heat. I've been writing for about Castro told me 4 months ago, fam. He's like, yeah, keep on working. Every day since 7 days a week, I've been doing nothing but working for 4 months straight. Like, you've let me have 4 months, Castro. Give me a battle.
Right.
He said battle of the year. I want the battle of the year. That's probably my girl.
Okay.
No, surely not, because she didn't see where we went. I don't know who that is. 1 second, guys.
Who is it?
Somebody that.
Okay, thank you.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all tap in, hit that like button, hit the share button, comment below, let us know what you think. Tap in.
I swear.
He said, "Who the fuck was that?"
My bad, y'all.
Yeah, no, I probably really shouldn't have said that because bro, I be watching these videos, bro. They be having some heat. That wordplay be killer, but they got about 6 months over me though.
Especially when you forget your material.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's what I'm scared of the most, because I'm really good at memorizing everything I usually write.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like 8 minutes worth of bars, just straight wordplay.
That is a talent.
Like rapping on a song is one thing where you have to keep a rhythm, but straight bars and lyrical wordplay and how you pronounce it.
Change up flow, know when to stop.
I see what Castro was meaning though. He's like, man, it's a lot more than just rapping for sure, because I figured that out in the last 4 months. It's all about how you say it, how it's done, how you present it. Like it's a whole bunch of shit.
It's like football and rugby.
Yeah.
You both tackle, but the rules are different.
A lot different. It's I didn't understand what he meant when he said that, and then I started writing and I started watching videos, and it said to study, so I started studying, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you mean now.
We are gonna need to hit him up because he's trying to battle himself. He was like, man,
Castro trying to battle?
He is.
I'll battle you, Castro. You're probably, bro, Castro
Rookie
got
versus
some
rookie.
bars. No,
Oh.
rookie versus rookie. Castro said he's a rookie before, and you know what I got? Proven wrong. That dude bodied every track he ever sent me. I don't know. Bro, Castro lied to me. He fucking bamboozled me, fam, is what happened. My first interview with him, he said, yeah, I used to do a little bit of rapping, back in the day. He said, I'm really not that good, though.
Yeah.
Bro, this motherfucker sent me a track like maybe 3 weeks later, and he was eating that mother. I was like, what the hell is that? Bro, you said you suck. What? Like it wasn't nothing. I'm like, I didn't learn how to rap like that overnight. What did you do?
We had a podcast last week or some shit, and he was talking. He was like, yeah, man, what if somebody dissed me? And he made his own diss about himself right there on the spot.
Bro,
like,
how do you go against that? If you're battling somebody and you're dissing the fuck out of them, and then they hit you with the most hardcore diss about themselves you could ever hear in your life, how do you even respond to that?
You don't.
Cash, let me tell you something. If you battle me, bro, you can't. Like, that's only one rule. Don't do that shit. Like, diss me, please. Don't hardcore diss yourself, because I can't respond to that, and you basically won. That's the only rule. Oh, and no limitations. We can say whatever we want. I don't give a shit what it's about. So, like, if I battle, I want no limitations.
Those are the grudge matches.
Yeah,
man.
I want no limitations to where there's nothing that is limited. You can say anything you want. So whatever I find out, it could be, bro. Somebody.
He ain't finding.
This
he
is
ain't finding it out for me, brother.
this is messed up, because, like, honestly, like, when it comes to me and my mindset, like, battle's battling. Like, if you're gonna battle, it's battle rap for a reason.
Yeah.
You do it to body your opponent. That's what battle rap was meant for.
You don't box and not hit the person in the face.
I mean, there's plenty of battle raps where motherfuckers end up hitting the face. That's the risk of battle rap.
Which is, to me, which is fucked up. Because even though there's unwritten rules, it's still no hold bars. You feel me?
But I feel like battle rap, like rapping, like on a instrumental, doing a diss track is one thing.
Right.
But actually sitting there in front of your opponent, like, battle rap was meant for that more aggressive side. The risk of battle rap, if you could get punched in the face, you could not get punched in the face. It all just depends on the day. That's the risk. Make a contract. I don't know what to tell you, but that's battle rap.
And that's how you know you're from the hood. You may get punched in the face, but that's just...
There's a 50-50 chance every battle you go into. Like, but I want no limitations. So, like, I'm so fucked up in my mindset. Like, if you have a kid and they just died, believe me, I'm using it. Like, we're fighting at the end of it. Like, I'm hitting you with some hardcore shit. If your family member has a disease and they are about to die, I'm using it. I'm that messed up. Because I take stuff seriously, like, especially when it comes to rap music. Like, everything I got is going into it. And in my mindset, how I've always raised up on it and grew up on it, battle rap is meant to battle rap.
Dog eat dog.
It's to take out your opponent and grab them by the throat.
Man, punch him in the face.
So, like, the bars I got are sweet compared to what I wanted to say.
Right.
Like, it was about to talk about cutting, I mean, chopping, bro, a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that. Like, I can make music all day and instrumental, but, man, I want to be able to say, like, I don't want to have to limit to what I can say. I want my mind to be able to flow freely. Right. When I'm trying to block to what my mind wants to say, that makes it a lot harder.
And I feel like that's what sets you apart from other battle rappers in a sense. Because, like, an Arsenal or a Geechee Gotti who don't give a fuck about how you feel about
I'll take a shot to the face.
Man.
You punch me, shit, that's fine.
When Arsenal said, your uncle just died or something, if God wished him back alive, I'll wish him back dead. And I was like,
oh, bro,
the disrespect.
Bro, there's this movie on Netflix, man. I'm trying to think of the movie. It's like this white kid. He's like he's studying these battles and stuff, and he ends up battling himself. Like, man, I'm trying to think of the movie.
8 Mile.
No, it's not 8 Mile, unfortunately. No, it was hard as shit, bro. And I guess it's the moral of the story is this dude that he was learning from. Turns out this white kid's really fucking good, just out of nowhere. He's just like a nerd. And he studies this shit, so that's how he's good at it. His mind just naturally remembers how to do it.
Right.
So he ends up just battling and bodying dudes. So this main dude ends up being his friend up until they battle each other. Mm-hmm. Well, this main dude, his daughter, has a disease and she has to breathe through a hose in her neck.
Yeah.
And he like had a bar to where he's talking about like there's something about like it was some air and like you couldn't even give your daughter a breath. Like dude, I mean it was hard as shit. And I was like, oh my God. I'm trying to think of the movie. My girl might know what it is. Damn. It was hard though, bro. Like it was a very good movie. Like I just can't remember the name of it.
So I know there has to be some limitations though.
No.
Like I know you can wish a kid dead, but like
I mean,
you can't say nothing sexually about a kid.
No, I feel like so I do feel like, if you're a fucking weirdo, keep that shit. Keep that shit to yourself. I don't think everybody wants to know that, and I'm pretty sure you start spitting your weirdo facts out there. There's gonna be a fucking problem. I think you might have a lot of people beat your ass and they're not even battling you because you're a freaking weirdo.
So you can talk about killing kids, but raping kids.
No, that's weird. Like if you're talking about raping kids, you have a problem.
I feel you.
You need to go get that checked out, Dr. Phil.
Because killing, that's just like.
Like
I'm not for real.
You could come up with any bar off of that, but if you have the only bar you had in your head was talking about raping children, you need to get another hobby, and you need to go to Dr. Phil, somebody, and get that shit checked the fuck out, because that's not okay. That's illegal.
So that's not technically limitations. That's just shit
that's just being a very fucking weirdo. Yeah. And you shouldn't be in that battle. And especially, why the hell would you say that? Why would you admit that, you retard? No. Like, I mean, like, limitations as in, like, it don't matter what you got going on in your life. It could be the most fucked situation.
Right.
I'm not limited. I want to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to study. Like, I'm going to literally go through whoever I'm against. I'm going to go try to find any and every single thing I could ever find about you. I'm going to look you up through every single type of platform, any kind of thing I can find your name on. I will literally pay websites to where you have to find out, like, you have to pay the website to find out all of their information. I will spend money just to find out every little detail about you. I'll go through your juvenile records. I don't give a shit.
That's terrifying.
Like, no matter, I will go through every single Facebook you ever owned. I will find it.
Let's just be friends.
Like, I swear to God. Like, if you have a phone number, like, all I need is your phone number. And I can find any kind of text you've ever sent. I can find... I probably shouldn't be saying this shit's probably illegal. Yeah, I'm really good with computers.
Hypothetically, we're
so, note to self, guys. Y'all want to know why I'm so good at marketing that y'all don't seem to think I'm good at? Because I've grown up since I was like 12. I was hacking the original COD games all the way up to the brand new ones when they were fully patched out and still hacking the fuck out of them.
Crazy.
Like taking the whole system apart and running different boards on that shit.
I always found
I was a computer nerd. That's why I'm so good at marketing. It's like it comes naturally. It's easy to target audiences once you know what kind of audience is reaching and how much estimate number it's reaching.
So do you think that helps you with your rap career, being as smart as you are and knowing how to articulate different
Since rap is now mainly a digital era, it's not really like back in the 90s they were selling CDs out the trunk,
Right.
you know, stuff. They didn't have Spotify, they didn't have Apple Music, Apple Charts. They had Death Row Records, and like they had the record labels. That's it. Like now it's all digital. You got Spotify, you got all these publishing outlets, you got all of this stuff that Tupac, Dre, Ice Cube, and all NW, all of them grew like started their rap careers and didn't have.
You know what's crazy? That you mentioned Tupac. I'm going back to the King One situation. Like people. I don't think people fathom when we ask who's the best rapper, and people say Tupac or Biggie. Didn't they die at like 25?
Yeah.
25, 20. At a 25-year-old was that
I solemnly
good?
believe I don't think Tupac's dead.
I saw a video like that, but
I don't think he's dead.
let me finish this
The
thought.
autopsy don't make sense.
Yeah, I heard they got his weight. Anyway, let me finish this thought. But it's like at 25, people consider him the GOAT. Imagine if he was 35 and continued to rap. How scary that would have been. How
Bro.
evolved the rap game would be now. And that's why kids or whoever, if you're trying to be an entertainer, trying to be a rapper, whomever, don't waste your life on petty shit.
You want to know why I think Tupac's not dead? Well, number one, autopsy. If you look at the pictures, the tattoo on the autopsy picture does not match his tattoos. Where's his Machiavelli tattoo on his neck on the autopsy picture? There is no Machiavelli tattoo. He has a Machiavelli tattoo on the right side of his neck. That autopsy picture was taken on the right side of his body where it has the examiner that hasn't cut open. On his neck, there's no Machiavelli tattoo. He has thug life across the stomach.
Right.
As far as, I mean, even cut from where the coroner cut him and they were taking the pictures, you don't see any tattoos even close to his stomach. So even the guy looked a little bit bigger than what Tupac originally was.
Right.
And the moment he died, every album Tupac ever released was named Tupac. After he died, it was named Machiavelli. Do you know who Machiavelli is?
No.
Machiavelli is
Teach me a little something.
Machiavelli is an actual person in
Right.
the 1800s that faked his own death. Tupac was very, very what do you call it?
He was smart as shit.
He was very like he loved like that story. He was very, what's that word I'm looking for? Like he likes it a lot.
Yeah.
Like he liked that story a lot of
Yeah.
Machiavelli.
We're high. It's cool, guys.
Like he loved that story a lot, and he always went Machiavelli. He's talked about calling himself Machiavelli in his songs, but every song, every album was always named Tupac. The moment he died, it's called Machiavelli. Machiavelli is literally a real person in the 1800s that faked his own death. In one of those songs on the Machiavelli album, he said, "Expect me to come back like you would expect Jesus to come back." So let it be known now, if y'all see Tupac make a fucking famous ass return, just know I said that on this podcast too. While you're probably sitting there thinking I'm
But
crazy.
is that not illegal though?
To fake your own death?
Yeah.
Fuck no, not when you go to another country.
Yeah,
I believe
but if
he's
he
in
comes,
Cuba.
But if he comes back here though, shit has to be
It's
illegal.
fucking Tupac.
That is true.
I mean, I don't really think that's illegal. Who says it's your life? Who says you can't fake your own death?
Well, I mean, you're owned by the government. Right when you're born on Social Security card, you're the government's. They get money off of you.
I mean, who do you think you paid to be off the map? The government. You have to pay the government to be able to get off the map somehow, at least some way. You can't just go off the map and just be pronounced dead and not really dead without having to at least go through the government in some aspect.
Right.
I mean, money talks, bullshit walks. That dude had quite a bit of money for being that time frame that he was in.
But did you hear that song? I forgot what it was called. But at the beginning, he said, "R.I.P. my nigga Biggie," and I'm like, "Didn't you die first?" I was so confused. I'm gonna have to show you that song after this.
Man, fucking damn, Pac did die first, didn't he?
Yeah, but in the song, he was like, "R.I.P. my nigga Biggie," and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I think it's because he was taking shots at him, though. I think that's when they were beefing.
That would make sense, but I feel like the way he said it, it was just, it felt like it didn't.
It felt like he knew he was gonna die soon.
Yeah, or any ill intent. I don't know, man.
I feel like the music industry is evil, bro.
Are you big in conspiracies?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro. We could sit here for the next 24 hours talking about conspiracies.
Well, let's get through your rap career and let's talk about some shit.
Like, I got a lot, bro. Like, we can go to flat Earth. Like, let's.
You believe? You
Bro,
believe in flat Earth?
yeah, I believe
Me
it.
too.
Bro, I believe there's a firmament over this earth because also check that if you're anybody's ever religious enough,
Yes,
if you believe in God,
you have
then
to
you
believe.
like you believe in the word of God through the Bible. God even says himself, like God put a firmament over the earth to separate the waters from above from the waters below. But like it was an empty vast. How do you it was an empty? How do you get an empty vast? Water. Okay. So how do you put land and everything inside of water?
Exactly.
Put a firmament.
And I'll be asking people. It probably is like
We can't go to Antarctica at all. There's a barrier you can't cross.
They have a treaty.
Yeah.
That you can't go there. They'll kill you.
Back in early 1900s, like 1920s, all the way up to 1950s, when the treaty happened, all the way up until the 50s, schools were teaching a flat Earth map.
You know what's crazy? I believe aliens are demons.
They are. CERN, y'all get prepared. I'm telling you, this world's going to shit. I'm trying to be successful, and make an impact the best way I can through the guy upstairs' way in the best way possible. I'm not a perfect motherfucker by all means,
Shit, me either.
but I do my best. I know I know what I believe, and I know where I'm going when that time comes. I'm ready for judgment. But I'm telling you right now, we're going into a one world government. If y'all don't see it, y'all are blind. You're blind. Look at Joe Biden. The dude's doing nothing. We're on the verge of a nuclear war with 3 countries. Russia, North Korea. Like, are you kidding?
And see what's crazy? It's like I've came to the acceptance that if it happens, like it happens. Like people's like, oh, what if aliens are real, or what if the government?
It's all a conspiracy. Those are fallen angels.
Well, like what would you do if they said, yeah, aliens are real? They're about to come and kill everybody in 5 days. Knowing that fact, what are you gonna do?
You can't do nothing.
You can't do shit. So
nothing.
why does it matter? Why does it matter if aliens exist?
All that matters is how you lived your life, and did you live it in the right way?
Right. Just do what you.
Because check this out, guys. Believe it or not, and if I'm going to go out of this world, because it could happen any given day,
Facts.
at any given time, because God says, I will come like a thief in the night. You will never know the time and date of my arrival. And that I believe that 110%.
Which is crazy.
So, I mean, y'all know, but I understand everybody has their own religious beliefs, but if I'm going to go out of this world at any given day, it could happen tomorrow. So if I'm going to leave, if I'm going to go off this podcast with one thing, I believe in God. I believe that 110%. I believe God is a lot of the main reason for my success, because I have had faith and put everything into God's hands.
Right.
And I believe, if you're not right, now's the time to get right. Aliens, it's all a conspiracy. There's no outer space. The moon and the sun's right above us. Flat Earth, firmament. God says it because it's in God's word. And get this: the good thing about this is, guys, is you can be forgiven. That's the biggest thing about it, is you can be forgiven. If I'm gonna go out of anything in this world, there's a reason why He died on a cross and resurrected 3 days later. You can be forgiven.
Which is crazy. It's like people.
Because you didn't used to have that benefit.
Right. People. I feel like. I don't know, man. To me, let me just do personal, because I don't want to talk about other people. For me, it just doesn't make sense that there wouldn't be something after this. Human trafficking, slavery, poor people, rich people, babies dying of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
This can't be it.
No, how can we be here?
Exactly.
Okay, we're already here. It's already Scientists have declared this like a 0.0001 chance, like we made this happen. So if we're here, we have to be here for a reason
And
for this
see,
to happen.
and then like I was just like animals. You feel me? Like the evolution of animals or like the instinct of animals. That shit can't be just random.
No, I
Like
can't.
each animal is
They have their own
specifically
feelings. Yeah.
unique. Like I was watching some orcas the other day, and they communicate with each other.
Dolphins are smarter than humans.
They plan their attack.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be random.
In packs.
That can't be random.
It can't be. Dolphins are proven they have more they have more of their brain open than an average human being. They're smarter than humans.
Somebody told me that orcas in the northern and southern part of the world are two different creatures. They speak different languages. They do different things. And I'm just like, that's crazy.
And it's like go to even different animals. Humpback whales communicate with each other. Dolphins communicate with each other. Certain fishes have certain things that they do to communicate with each other. Dogs, cats, every one of them. Bark, they know what they're saying. Like everything has their own unique personality and has their own thing about them, and they have feelings, and they have a life and understand things just like anybody else does, just in a different form.
People love lions because of the king of the jungle, but wolves are by far my favorite animal.
Yeah, I like wolves.
They have order, they have rank, they know their job, and when they set out for a pack kill, you go that way, we go that way, we'll meet in the like.
And check this out: if somebody wants to challenge alpha, at that point it's all okay. Who's the toughest?
Right.
They'll fight to figure out who the toughest is. Whoever the toughest is, they'll go about it. You're alpha now.
And it's not even. And what's crazy is like, I don't think animals have pride. It's about who can protect this pack the best.
Who can keep everything together.
Because it's about survival. And that's why, like, natural selection, I want to survive. I want my kids to survive. Because I'm the best of my species.
Absolutely.
And once humans, like, understand that, like, if humans were gone, animals would thrive. Completely.
Bro, you be lucky Facebook and everything don't censor this shit. Oh my God! Like
if Joe Rogan could talk about some,
Joe Rogan though.
Joe Rogan has somebody on his podcast talking about aliens and shit who worked for the government.
No, we smart though. Half of them motherfuckers are false. Like it's like you realize how it's a whole different story every time.
That would make sense. I'm gonna pay you to tell people you work for us and it's fake.
But,
or it's real.
But in every story from every different official, like a government official, it's like it somewhat matches up, but there's always something that's different.
Right.
Way different than what the last person told. It just makes no sense to me. That's why, like, there's no aliens. Like, y'all are talking about aliens, but fuck aliens. Y'all fucking are opening up a portal right now at CERN.
You know what's crazy? In the Bible, it talks about there's like a chariot of a wheel inside of a wheel. And it looks like a UFO. So some people believe that those are like chariots. And then, did you hear about
fallen angels?
Did you hear about what angels really look like? Like, there's a description of an angel of an eyeball.
No, but I'm about to go look that up when I get home, though.
Of an eyeball with wings that have eyes on. Like, is that your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, look it up. What real angels look like.
Are you for real?
Well, I'm
You said an eyeball?
Dead ass.
So that's what we're gonna be.
And that's what no, because there's different type of rates of angels.
Okay.
Like the angels that look like us that are human, they came down and had kids with the humans, and that's where they got giants.
Nymphs.
And that's why every time an angel interacts with a human, it says "Do not be afraid." Or some shit around that line.
Do not be afraid. Yeah, you're just floating above me.
Right. Hi. Yeah, you have wings and a burning sword.
The four faces, that of a lion, an ox, an eagle, and a human.
Yeah, that one in
Look, according to a Bible, having four faces. According to the Bible, it says four faces, wings, and eyes all over them. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's see.
Wouldn't that not be fucking terrifying?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
It describes like something of that sort.
See, I'm trying to find like a picture. Man, you be coming across a lot of stuff that I don't know about.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm good on that. It's a little. So, I mean, I guess it don't really matter when you're in heaven.
Yeah, well, and let me not say eyeball, just like I float with an eyeball. I don't want to lie on the Bible, but it's something like it's the eyes on the wings or something of that sort.
That,
But like, there's different type of angels.
so what are we like? I would imagine.
So God said, we He made us out of His image. It was the human angels. Because I feel like angel is just a broad term of like
So
God's first creation.
and like humans have. Well, I guess also humans have the right to self thought, to self choice. Like you have the consciousness. I don't think angels would have the consciousness because they.
No, that's why Lucifer is the fallen angel. They have their own consciousness. They can make their own choices.
Oh yeah, I guess that does make sense.
Yeah.
Man, see now I don't even know.
Exactly.
What makes us more? Because like God, like
It was crazy.
for sure, it definitely makes it definitely according to how we, how he talks. We're more important and we're
right. And see,
better than the original angels.
I'm not a. I believe in God, but I wouldn't have if I was Lucifer. I understand. He said bow down to these humans. They're nothing compared to angels. Angels have super strength, super natural abilities. And
But what's to say we don't when we die?
No, I'm not saying that.
That's what's crazy.
But at that time, we're just bone and flesh.
Yeah.
Made from dirt, and God said, "Bow down to them." You just made them.
Dude, that should tell you something.
And how great we are. And see, I believe black people are the original. Because if you make something out of dirt,
bro. Anybody who says Jesus Christ is white, remember, he was born in the Middle East. He was born in Bethlehem.
Went to Africa, Egypt and Africa.
And y'all mean to tell me y'all think this dude's white? He was born in a country where the whole majority of the population is either brown or darker brown people. Even in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, it says Jesus' hair is curly as locks, and he has like skin that's golden.
Yeah, brown.
Like golden brown. He even says it right there.
Like crazy.
Where do people get the white Jesus?
Okay, two things. So there's a book in the Bible called Deuteronomy, and there's a chapter, and it is a curse of what would happen to his people. And they're saying you will go into slavery, people will buy you, they'll put iron around your neck. Everything in that passage happened to black people in America. And then it said, I will send you into Egypt again, but this time on ships. If I was going to send you anywhere, or even back to Africa, you wouldn't need a ship.
Exactly.
So America would have been Egypt, and we were brought here on ships. It says it in the Bible.
Christopher Columbus didn't discover a damn thing.
He didn't even come to this continent.
No.
He went to like Jamaica and Haiti.
And then he killed a bunch of natives.
For no reason.
For nothing.
And what's crazy for people who don't believe, so people believe just black people was not intelligent at all. Like, oh, you guys got here. We were here
way before.
Seminole means,
I'm a white person. I knew that. Come on now.
I think Seminole means like freed man or freed something.
The Seminoles were the first ones here.
Yeah, they were black people.
Guaranteed.
That's why I love just
like Thanksgiving. I don't even I mean, I love Thanksgiving just because I like food, but I don't understand why we celebrate a massacre.
But what's crazy?
I mean, basically a truce after a massacre is what we're celebrating.
But see, that's what America is. Like I love America for what the people who look like me overcame and what we're continuing to do. You feel me? Like with rap or with sports. That's why I love America. We fought for America. We died for America. But that's what America is. It's a celebratory of death, war, destruction.
See, it'd be cool if we could still be like that. True motherfucking Americans.
Right.
Like, that would be great.
And that's the thing. It's like, people have to understand, like, they want to, like, the people who stormed the Capitol, back in the day,
that would have never happened.
Well, not even, okay, so
I feel like back in the day, that shit would have never happened.
Well, I mean, that's how they got, like, back in, like, George Washington time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's how they got shit across. Like, we're going to march all the way, and we're going to...
And technically, that's what you're supposed to do. You have that right.
You have the right to overthrow your government.
And that's what they did.
But then they brainwash you with, that's not what Americans do. But that's what your great-great-great-great
and it's in our Constitution. We have the right. It's in our amendments. We have the right to overthrow our government if we feel like it's no longer fit.
Exactly. And see, we were just so spoon-fed.
That's a law.
We were just so spoon-fed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, imagine in Ukraine, you about to wake up for school or work, and then they invade you.
You know what happened when Japan did that shit to America?
Nukes.
I wish we were still like that. Because Russia, I'm telling you right now, they'd have never had the chance back in 1946. We would have bombed them well before they'd have made that threat. Oh, that's all we need to hear. Second Japan, here we come. We're about to drop the sun on you.
They were gangster.
Yeah, the Russians were. Soviet Union was, Adolf Hitler, they were all.
The Germans, okay, so.
Boy.
The Germans were smart as shit.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Like,
Adolf Hitler created methamphetamine
to
keep his soldiers up.
I'm pretty sure if the Germans would have won, the end of the world would have been happening.
Guaranteed.
They would have found something and blew this.
Hitler was already plotting on a way to try to invade the U.S. He just needed to get bigger. He was already coming up with a plan.
He was taking over. You know how hard it is to take over countries.
Yeah, he was doing it.
And that's why I love podcasting, because you see, he couldn't fight. He couldn't.
No, he just had a war behind him.
He wasn't even German.
No, he was Jewish.
He had brown hair and brown eyes.
This dude was a Jew. He was part Jewish. The reason he hated Jews is because, like, he was like a very small percentage Jewish, and he wasn't a full-blood German, and he hated it. So he tried killing all the Jews so that would never happen again. That's the reason he hated Jews, because he was part Jewish.
And I heard his dad and mom was like niece and uncle.
I never heard that one.
I heard that.
But I have read up multiple times that Hitler was like 25% Jewish. Like his mom was like half and his dad was full-blood German. He was like 25% and he hated every bit of it.
Crazy.
That he wasn't a full-blood German. And he made it out like he was. And he completely gathered a complete Nazi army behind him and took over countries.
Do you think he died that day in the bunker?
Yeah.
He did?
Guaranteed. They brought his head back.
Oh, they did? I thought they burned his body.
No, I talked to an old army vet. He was 90. No, he was 100 when I talked to him. He died at 103.
Shit.
Like legally, by military law, it's classified for them to say anything or about anything for like 95 years. So at this time I'm talking to him, like he's like a year past that, like a year past the 90-year mark. So of course he can say what had happened. Well, what he told, and this is my one of my best friend's grandfather, like great grandfather, yeah. And he was one of the first people through that door to kill Adolf. Yeah. And like straight through the door, like they didn't even kill him. He killed himself.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like he committed suicide.
But I mean, wouldn't you? I wouldn't give them the satisfaction of killing me.
Nah, he fucking hell no. He's crazy. Like dude, like he was dead.
Hold on. Was he? Think about it.
Yeah, the dude was a mad. I mean, he was genius crazy. Is what he was. Because I guess anybody
I'm
able.
not even 100% German, but I'm having these Germans die and kill for me.
And taking over countries. I mean, yeah, you gotta be a smart motherfucker to do that. You gotta be.
There's a thin line between crazy and genius.
I mean, check this out. I mean, this dude told me, like, they went through the door, and he was still alive when they came through the door.
Oh, shit.
Like, and he had a gun to his head, and he said he spoke something in German. And he said all he got of what he knew in German was, fuck you, you American fucks. And that whole thing that he said. Like, and just shot himself in the face.
That's gangster.
So they decapitated him and brought his head back to the base.
I'm not saying Hitler was a good person. I'm saying that last part was gangster.
Like,
but
for real.
You American fuck.
Like he said this whole long thing, and the only thing that he knew in German of what he could understand that he was saying out of that whole maybe 2 minute yelling, screaming he was doing was "fuck you, you American fucks."
Crazy.
That dude didn't give a fuck. He said that and then shot himself in the face.
No, no.
I really feel like this podcast is gonna get restricted by Facebook. I'm calling it right now. There ain't no way it shouldn't. This is too much conspiracy for Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg back to be like, nope.
Well, good thing it's going on Facebook or YouTube.
Oh yeah, shit. We about to get red flagged. YouTube is like very discreet about it too. Facebook will straight up let you know, yeah, we banned your profile for 30 days because I'm Mark Zuckerberg and I don't give a shit. YouTube will nonchalantly, low key, take that video and put it at the bottom of every single algorithmic list to where it'll never get a view. Like, and they don't even let you know. Facebook will be like, yeah, bitch, we banned you. You're banned for 30 days. Fucking conspiracy theories. YouTube is like, shh.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell him. Just wait for him to find out. He ain't gonna get no views. Like, YouTube is like a joke. Like, they think it's funny. They'll sit in the back and go, you don't even know he ain't getting shit.
Right. So speaking of these big platforms like YouTube and Facebook,
Yeah.
how did you feel when you saw that Sony wanted to be a part of that song?
Bro, I got a hold of my my promoter, and I was like, man, I'm trying to get a major distributor. You know, I'm trying to shoot this out to some labels, stuff like that. He's like, I got the contact for Sony, Universal Music Group, and Empire. I was like, shit, shoot it out to him.
Yeah.
Just fucking find out. Sony was the first one called back. He gave him my information. They called me from Sony, and they wanted to distribute it. They said they'll take care of some marketing for it right now. I mean, right now on YouTube, it's sitting at 53,000.
That's crazy.
I mean, Spotify, just like that, it's like 45,000 on Spotify. And they take care of, I mean, most of the marketing, I still put marketing in and stuff like that on my end. But yeah, they take care of most of all that, stuff like that.
Well, that's dope as shit. So do you have any new projects coming out?
Oh, yeah. I have a song called So Wicked, and I did a remake of it with a different instrumental. Same verse, different instrumental. It's a lot harder. Only this time it's like a remix/remix because I'm bringing Queen Ace and my business partner Spades on it.
Hell yeah. So what is your style of rapping? Like storytelling?
I'm a chopper.
Okay.
I can spit.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'm beating the beat. If you see me, I'm peeking and beasting and leaving you beat. Who can it be when I eat an MC and I'm leaving a piece for the people to see? Me, defeated, need to be given a week in the hospital. We can need to get you when you don't shit. If it being the person who wanted to be for me, I'm a line you represent about it to right. I'm rapping you hiding the mic and indicted for burning the booth. Fire the mic is the truth to stop and try to be quiet. Something like that. Something like that.
Speak so slow.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
and that's to me, if you have a good beat and that type of flow, like a Hobson or a Joyner, that right there excites me.
I can fluctuate too.
That's what gets me like.
Like, I can speed it up and then slow down. I'm still trying to find that perfect beat though. You know, it has that perfect speed up and then you can slow it down real quick.
Get with Castro. He got some shit.
I know Castro got the beats.
You don't need to do a song.
Bro, I don't.
Hook my man up with Sony.
Bro, I can hook Castro up with Sony. You know, Castro, I love you, but I don't feel like we're as good friends as what we used to be anymore.
A trade for a trade, a battle for a Sony.
Like, shit, yeah, I swear to God, Castro, we can make that happen. What you trying to do?
Man.
A battle for a Sony. Shoot, bro, just let me know what song. Shit. As long as you own the beat and all that good shit to it and you can prove it and you got, your agreements and all that shit in order, bro, fucking easy. Easy all day. I just don't feel like me and Castro be good friends no more. I'm kind of sad about it. All I know is Castro is I need a battle. So what you trying to do, my G?
Man.
I swear to God, I ain't playing. Shit, give me y'all Zoom. Give me somebody. I don't know who the headband guy is, but I seen his video. Don't give me him as a first battle, bro.
Oh, that's my man, Headache.
Oh, that dude. Yeah, Don't give me him my first battle, bro. You're gonna murk me straight off the get.
Hey, but you said you're willing to get punched in the face.
I mean,
you better fuck him up.
I mean, I'll battle anybody, I guess. But there's a few of them, bro. I'm expecting to get bodied, guaranteed. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give credit where it's due. You know what I mean?
Rocky would lose, but that person, he gonna know he been in a fight.
Oh yeah, you're gonna know I'm there for sure.
Lose,
You're gonna know I'm there.
Man, so 10 years. What's the next 10 years looking like for you?
What's the next? Bro, I'm gonna be a fucking millionaire in 2.5.
About
Less than 2.5,
I
guarantee you.
swear, bro.
That ain't no shit. That's on my life. I put that
Man,
on everything I love. Like, give it in just less than a year. Give me less than a year, and you'll start seeing very close to that. Like,
you're already at 35,000. Not 3.5
yeah.
hundred. 3,500.
Like
There we go.
just on
3,500.
Facebook alone, I like my personal has, man. Let's add this here. We'll do this shit on camera, guys.
Yeah.
Like just
So I'm expecting this motherfucker to blow up.
bro.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I even put this stuff in folders just for this particular reason, just in case thing even popped up.
Yeah, 70. I need a PlayStation.
So, 23K just on my personal profile alone.
23.
That's 23,000 followers. On my artist page, I have 3.6.
So 26.
There's 26. Instagram. Oh, we ain't done yet, guys. 5,900 on Instagram. 1,100 on YouTube. Where you at?
So that's over 100 something. 100 some thousand.
Okay. Is it?
I think so. We're high, so let's add it up for us and then put it down. But I think that's like 100.
20, 24, 15. Here. Just so we're
Yeah.
24 plus 3.24,000 plus 3,600 plus 5,900 plus 1,100. I've done this many of times. Plus 6,613 on Spotify. And that's been going up pretty heavy.
You said in the last 2 months that one song went up.
Yeah, that's all. Stay Moving's only been out for 2 months.
That's crazy.
Like, for real.
And see, when I saw your post, and I was like, oh, it's probably been out for a year.
Nah.
2 months.
It's been out for 2 months. Like, I'm pretty happy about that too. It's
anybody.
like that makes me pretty happy. Like on my label, hey man, I'm pushing about a following of pretty close to upwards of 50,000 in moving.
Damn, I was way off. But
So
I was off by 50,000.
I mean,
but we're gonna get there. That's what's crazy.
yeah,
It's gonna get there.
bro, like on my outlets too, man. Me and my business partner in his show, the Skits Craven show, this past Thursday, October 6th,
Mm-hmm.
I booked Skits Craven over the Juice Maker Lounge, sold out, packed out, and that was right after the beef.
And you put up your own money?
Yeah, booked the whole thing, did the whole entire show myself, marketed the entire place, bro, and it was packed out. During that beef too, they came up with a little name for me. It's based off my name. They came up with Can't Celtixx. It was clever, I'll give them that. That's probably about the clever thing. It was pretty good. I got a little chuckle out of it.
That's pretty corny though.
It was all right. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll give credit where it's due. It's pretty funny. But and like, oh, you can only sell 40 tickets. You sell 40 tickets. There was fucking 93 people in the building. So
How much was the tickets?
$15 a piece.
Damn.
Oh, I know. Check this out. So not only so they said us can only sell 40.
Yeah.
So not only did I double it, but I doubled it and then a little bit more.
Well,
I mean, just.
Oh, what is that? What's 90 times 15?
90 times 50. Man, he really want to know how much I made off this shit. 90 times 15.
Beautiful. For a day.
For a day.
A day.
For a day. Yeah, see, I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all see this reaction over here. Like me and my business partner Spades, Antonio Porter, really be making movements out here. Like, shout out to our company, SM and MTG Records, for real.
Facts.
Like, we making a movement out here, fam. I'm telling you, like, me and my bro especially will be the next artist signed out of Tulsa.
Man,
Guarantee it.
I can't wait.
We're going up, fam. We're making a movement.
Man, that's exciting. So, last question. So, for somebody who may be looking up to you or will look up to you in the future, and they wanted to follow the same path you did, what would you give them for an advice?
My number one advice I would give you is stay investing. Here's where the big part comes in. A deal comes your way. Let's say you sign $500,000.
Right.
What will most typical people do when they get $500,000?
Blow it.
Blow it. automatically chains, cars, house. What the fuck? Why in the hell would you do that?
Right.
Like if I'm gonna go blow my money, you give me 500,000, you give me 100,000 up front. You know what I'm about to do with that 100,000? $60,000. I can open up a growery with the whole building, everything full setup, ready to go. $60,000 with plants in it, already planted and licenses. $60,000 out of 100,000. I still got $40,000 in my pocket, and I just started a business that's a multi-million-dollar business right now, making me more money every year. You know how much growers make every year? Upwards of $3 to $6 million a year. I just put that into a business where I own it, everything there, and I'm making all that money in my pocket because I did it with no investors and I did it myself.
And now, if rap don't work out, you're a millionaire.
Yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire. But being a millionaire doing that, automatically straight off the get, I'm going to be a very big rapper based off the money that's about to bring in on top of the deal. That deal's about to be paid off pretty quick, too.
Imagine how much Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube or Afro Man makes off of just their
Have you
faces,
seen Snoop Dogg's Doggy House? Doggy Land? Shit, bro, what the fuck? That dude is stacking cash, bro.
Exactly.
The cannabis industry is a multi-million-dollar industry. You give me $100,000 in advance, bro, that's the first thing I'm doing.
And see what's crazy? Like
you give me a $500,000 deal, in one harvest, my deal's paid off. And now I make all that money in my pocket.
crazy. I want to, at least once in my life, be able just to do all the shit I want to do and still have money left over.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
pretty sure Snoop can do whatever he wants and still he can do every day for a year. He can probably do what he wants and still have money.
Guaranteed.
And that's
That dude's music he's still making money off of music he made 20 years ago.
Gin and Juice is probably better than damn
I
near
swear,
all.
how long ago was that song made? He's still making money off these old ass
I
songs.
don't even know if I was alive when Gin and Juice was.
I mean, he's still getting streams off these old songs. Still dry? Are you kidding me?
I'm pretty sure he fucked Martha Stewart, but that's all.
Guaranteed, bro. He had to have.
I would have.
He had to. He had to. You know Snoop liked the white women.
Yeah.
Come on now. And Martha Stewart smoked weed. Look at her, bro. You know he did.
She probably, bro.
He don't even act like they did, and you can't even tell that he acts like they did. How you can tell they did is how she acts.
Yeah.
Every time she looks at him, you can just tell.
And how she walk.
Guaranteed. Bro, you
Martha
Snoop
never
ain't doing
walked-
nothing to put that out there. Martha Stewart's doing a lot, but just the way she looks. Bitch, you didn't smoke a blunt before you got on there. You know damn good and well what happened. Get up out of here, Martha Stewart.
Well, shit, man. That's all from me. Again, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
hopping
bro,
out.
for real.
Let's do this again, man.
Bro, we're gonna set up another one. I'm gonna bring my homegirl Ace, my business partner, next time.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna get you set up.
Are you free on the weekends, or does it fluctuate because?
During the week, I am free after 2:00, usually during the week. But typically, I mean, I'm usually mainly free Friday, Saturday, Sunday after 2:00. My girl works 2:30 overnights all the way Monday through Thursday, so it makes it a little harder. So.
Actually, I have I have podcasts with Castro every Saturday. Let's do something like next Saturday or the Saturday after that with Castro's.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, bet.
I'm for real.
Yeah, we'll probably have to move it somewhere.
Yeah, then I can tell him like to his face, Castro, give me a battle.
Yeah.
Give me a battle.
Do you have like an open area we can set up?
Yeah.
Because his room's pretty small. And
Bro, I swear to God, bro, I have a whole room that's meant for a studio room. Like y'all can come down there and set it up.
What time is he probably still up? I'm gonna call him after this.
I swear to God. So, we're closing it out.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, brother. All right, guys. I appreciate you tuning into this. Sorry, my high ass forgot.
Yeah, we in there.
Check him out. This man.
Celtixx.
Celtixx. You just saw what kind of man he is. Funny. A little bit terrifying if you're gonna rap battle him. So
Very
be
deep in
cautious.
conspiracy theories.
Very deep, and I love it. But all right, y'all. From us to you, may your pain be champagne.